All right, look, just a side note, folks. Before you watch this video, and this is not a paid program, I used the Hohem Mic -01. And if there was any idea that the noise canceling worked, you will tell in this video. It looks like I'm in front of a green screen. I'm not. I just used the highest noise canceling level of the microphone off the beach, off of massive winds, so you can tell it works. So Hohem, congratulations. You're not paying me for this, but boy did it work, because I got more comments on if I was in front of a green screen than any time, because I did a personal video for my friends. So thank you, Hohem, for the Mic -01. You guys did a great job. Your noise cancellation was top notch, and you will tell in this video. I'm sorry if a lot of you like to hear the ocean, but this time you don't. I'm gonna have to take it back a notch so you can at least hear the ocean. I'm not in front of a green screen. Again, thank you, Hohem. This is not a paid program. You guys are the best.
All right, welcome back to the United States of Brazil. Travel log for veterans. As you can see, I picked a different place today. Kind of a nicer place to look. Excuse the wind. It's kind of hard to get a non-windy day here in Fortaleza. So put it on the highest maximum wind capacity that it'll have, and well, we'll see what happens. Today we're going to go over what you need to do if you want to get a driver's license in Brazil. Now, if you're here less than 180 days, you don't need to get a driver's license. You can use your international driver's license. But if you are staying past 180 days like I am, you are going to need to get a driver's license. And make sure your driver's license was taken out a year before you get here. Because if it's less than a year that it's been issued, you have to wait a year before you can actually acquire one. And it has to be more than a year before the driver's license expires. Yeah, I know. But again, if you're under 180 days, it's not a big deal. You can just use your driver's license, rent cars, do whatever you need to do. Sorry about the paper and everything. I'm on the beach. There is a website called detran.sp. It's the driving department here in Fortaleza. DETRAN.sp. I'll put that up there somewhere around here so y'all can see it. You're going to log into that. It's going to give you the directions and everything on how to get a driver's license. Again, you're going to have to translate it into English if you don't speak Portuguese, which most of you don't. So the requirements to get a driver's license in Brazil: you're going to need a valid passport, because I have to know who you are. You need an R&M number, which would be on your card, your resident alien card on the bottom left, I believe, in red. It's called R&M, and they're going to need that number. They're going to need your CPF number. In my case, they'll need my Arizona driver's license. In your case, wherever you are, they'll need your driver's license. Remember, has to be issued more than a year before and cannot be less than a year before it expires. You also need a proof of address, which is usually going to be your rental contract or anything around that way. Your rental contract should have your proof of address. If you're paying for power, your power slips are going to have your proof of address on it as well. And you're going to need a translation of documents. So if any of the documents are not in Portuguese and they're still in English, which I'm not kind of sure why you would have that, you're going to have it translated. All right. Now, then you're going to have to go, once you do all that, you're going to have to go to something called a DAE medical exam. A DAE medical exam is basically going to put you through medical, psychological. Usually it runs about 105.50 reals for the medical, 123.8 reals for the psychological, and 116.50 reals to send the documents. I have not gone through this yet. I just looked up all of this information for you guys and for me because I have been here now longer than 6 months. So the government's going to make me get a driver's license. And if I want to buy a car, I'm going to have to get a driver's license. So with that being said, if you have any questions on how to get a driver's license or what you need to do or where you need to go, please feel free to write me down in the comments and text below. All right. Have a good day. Bye.